Is it working? I think we're working. Okay. I'll wait for some of you guys to come on because I know some of you guys are still on the other stream. So I'll give it a minute. Hopefully this goes through. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see if I can get the link for you guys. Let's see. Oh goodness. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hi guys. Okay. Yay. All right. It looks like people are popping on. Hello, hello. I'm so sorry, guys. I had trouble with the other link for whatever reason. I know retrograde is messing with me this week. So forgive me about that. But it looks like you guys have made it. So hello, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. I'll give it a minute. Just so you guys know, I am going through a cold. I've been sick for the last week. So that is why my voice sounds a little funky. So this is not how I normally sound for those of you guys who are new here, all right? This is not how I normally sound. Also, since this is a new stream, I am going to put Stella Rain Dancer's link. I did copy and paste it. So here's the link. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys. I first off want to say thank you so much to both Simon and Jen for allowing me to be a part of Tarot-thon 2021. Not only them, but I do want to give a shout out to Miss Becca as well, because I know Becca is the one who initially put my name out there. So thank you guys. I appreciate that so, so much. Again, bear with me. I'm going to do my best not to cough or sneeze or anything along those lines. All right, guys, I'm doing my best. I did take a bunch of medicine today. Well, not a bunch, but like the regular amount just so I can get through this hour. So again, forgive me. So today I want to swim in your backdrop. Yes, Mitchell. Also, for those of you guys who are new, I do regular live streams on a weekly basis. Usually around 3 to 4 times a week, I do live tarot readings, and each month I do like to give like a new theme. So I do themes here. So I not only have like an ocean backdrop, but this month I'm also working with the Mermaid Tarot as well as the Mermaid Oracle. So I kind of like to make it fun, interesting. Like I said, each month I do different themes just to keep things going and different. I'm an Aries, so I love to like change things up, and so thank you guys. I appreciate that. So today, I guess we'll just get straight to the point since we have an hour. What we are going to be talking about today is how to find your spiritual gifts within the tarot. I am very big about my spiritual gifts. I am very, very thankful that I do have the gifts that I have. And I know, well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm sure as many of you are, the whole reason why you probably got into tarot in the first place is because you did feel some kind of either spiritual awakening, spiritual transformation, and you wanted to get more in depth about that kind of stuff. Again, I don't want to speak for everyone. This has just been my experience with this and everything like that. All right, guys. So that is what I want to talk about today. And throughout the most of the live, I actually am going to help you guys find your spiritual gifts. Okay. I know I can't get to everybody because there is a lot of people in the chat today. But I tried to figure out like what I was going to do throughout this. And I realized I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I do best. And I'm going to help you guys out, and I'm going to help read for you guys because that is honestly what I do best. That's what I feel more comfortable doing. And I was like, you know what? That's how I'm going to get through this. So that's what we are doing. Forgive me if the connection is a little bit rocky. Again, we are in retrograde, so forgive me about that. But that's what we're going to be doing. So what I want you guys to do, I'm going to give you guys an example of how we're going to be going about this. Okay, you guys? So first off, I want you guys, I'm sure you guys have a deck near you. So I want you to grab your deck that is closest to you, which I know everybody has pretty much had a deck throughout this whole Tarot-thon, which that is amazing. Awesome. Like I said, what I've been working with is the Mermaid Tarot. Now, this exercise is something that I like to do for basically everybody because, like I said, I am a reader. Also, hello, I forgot to introduce myself. I've been a psychic medium for the last 10 plus years. So when somebody asks me, um, what are my spiritual gifts? That is one of my favorite questions to answer because it really helps define, who you are as a person. But not only that, it really helps you get more deeper in tune about who you are. So that is, like I said, one of my favorite questions when somebody asks me, what are my spiritual gifts? So that's what I'm going to help you guys figure out today. So again, I want you guys to grab your nearest deck. I'm going to give you an example of what we're going to be doing today. So we're each going to be pulling 3 cards for ourselves, okay? I am a riffle shuffler, so you will hear the riffling in the background. It's a really good topic. Good. I am glad. Now, there are many different spiritual gifts out there is what I do kind of want to touch up on before we get into this. Like I said, for me, my main gifts are I'm a psychic as well as a medium. So that means that I do have a tendency to see into the future. And most of the times, what I see does come to pass. Okay. So that is one form of a spiritual gift. Again, there's many other different gifts out there. For example, I'm also an empath. And I'm also, I've been dabbling in the form of manifestation as well. But there are other gifts out there. For example, healing. There's also a gift of like love and compassion and trust. I know a lot of people aren't big on those types of gifts, but I am, okay? I love it when there's gifts that are just simple and to the point. Like, for example, love, trust, and healing. I mean, that's something that we all, I think, can take a part in. There's also a gift of protection, gift of being authority, because I feel like with protection and authority, you do need to have those when dabbling into spiritual realm, because there are a lot of things in the spiritual realm that can attack you. And if you do not have the form of protection or having some form of authority, then that's when, again, the simple forms can really, really help you in that aspect, if that makes sense. And like I said, I'm sure I'm not the only one that has dealt with, negative intentions or has dealt with things where I really need to be authority and protective. That is a form of spiritual gift, like I said, and it can actually be one of the most of importance. All right, guys. So again, I'm going to give you guys an example of how you can find your spiritual gifts. And like I said, I do want you guys to pull 3 cards for yourselves during this experiment, during this practice. That way I can help you and to find what gifts you are great at, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm just going to give you an example. I'm going to pull 3 cards for myself. What these 3 cards are going to be based off is, you're ready? Good. I'm glad. What these 3 cards are going to be based off is, first off, the first card we're going to pull is a card that you may have already had, but not really have noticed or have seen before, because I do believe that we all have a gift that we may just excel at and we don't even really need practice in. So that's really going to be the first gift, something that we already have, that we have already excelled in, okay, whether we know it or not. The next card we are going to be pulling is a card that or a gift that we are currently learning, or a gift that we are currently awakening, if that makes sense, okay? And the last card we are going to be pulling for ourselves is a card that we may, like a gift we may encounter in the future. That way we can be ready for it when it does arrive, okay? So again, pull 3 cards for myself. That way I can show you guys how it's going to work. So let's see. And again, I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat as much. I am doing my very, very best. I will pay attention in just a minute, as I will help you guys figure out your gifts. All right. So let's see. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I forgot to link this live. I've had technical difficulties because of dang retrograde. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys finding it so easily. Okay. One more shuffle. And then I'll give you guys an example. Okay. So my past one, my current one, and my future one. So I do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, to being my past be in my past one something that I've already excelled at. And for me, this is being able to manifest without thinking about it too much. Okay, that's what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse tells me, because the Wheel of Fortune is, again, something that we are able to manifest easy. And I think in my past I did struggle with manifestation because I did struggle with the fact that I am a witch. Okay, and I know that now. I'm very proud of that fact now. But before, in my past, again, I did come, as many of you, I did come from a Christian background, and having that as part of my realization was a big struggle. And now that I am very proud of it, it's kind of like, okay, that makes perfect sense for me. Having the Wheel of Fortune being reversed, something I've already excelled at is not ignoring it, not being afraid of it, and being able to manifest something of good fortune for myself, and not being afraid to manifest those things, because I do know that, we all deserve good things in our life, right? And we all deserve being able to manifest what we want out of life, not just having life, bring things to you, because I do believe that one of the sole purposes of life is us going out and grabbing what we want. Okay, so for me, that makes perfect sense. What I'm currently manifesting, I think, is kind of the same thing with the Nine of Pentacles in reversed, which is a struggle of loss, but it also has to do with my mediumship abilities as well, as what I think, because that's what the Nine of Pentacles in reverse for me represents, is loss and hardship, also loss of manifestations too. I do have to realize that I can't manifest everything, that sometimes, it's either not meant for me, which I do struggle with as well, because again, I'm the type of person, I'm an Aries, like I'm the type of person where I'm like, okay, like, no, this is what I want, and like I'm gonna get it, like no matter what, you know what I'm saying? So for me, this makes perfect sense. But again, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse does have to do with loss. And for me, that is with my mediumship abilities, as I do help people go through loss of, a death of a loved one. I help them bring messages from people who have they lost as well. So I feel like that is something that makes sense, as well as what I'm currently manifesting with my gifts. Now, a future manifestation, I have the Nine of Swords in reversed as a future gift, which I really like, because the Nine of Swords upright obviously is someone who struggles a lot with, like mental capacities, or struggles a lot with like feeling trapped, and struggles a lot with just overthinking. And for me, being that future reference really does bring me some type of like light and happiness, because it lets me know that in the future, I'm not going to be overthinking things. I'm going to be very at peace. I'm going to be very just like, you know what, like kind of let things go with the flow, and not struggle too much to overthink of why maybe I'm not receiving something, or why, a certain gift hasn't come through. So again, that makes perfect sense. And the swords also represents, for me, the swords represents law of attraction, because it also represents the things that you speak is what you confess. One of my big things is what you confess is what you possess. So I do like that as well. Again, another form of manifestation. So that is just like, a very simple way that you guys can go through and figure out what your gifts are. Simple 3-card spread. Again, the first card is something that you have already succeeded in. The middle card is something you are currently working on, and the third card is from here on out. I do want to kind of help you guys figure out what your gifts are. So let me know what 3 cards you have pulled, and I'll help you from there. The first one I see is Lavender Moon. She says, for me, past 6 of Swords, present Strength, and future Hierophant. I really like that. So for me, the 6 of Swords, I'm going to try to keep on your comment. That way I don't get too focused on the chat. The 6 of Swords obviously is about transformation, going from a bad place to a good place. So you basically, in the past, you transformed, you became a new person, and that is one gift that you can actually help other people do as well, transform into the person that they want to be. Your present is strength. Strength is actually a very good one for me, because I view strength as having authority, but not only having authority, Lavender Moon, if you are good with animals, that is also a gift as well. being able to, like, like how they say an animal whisperer. I feel like that is a good one too, because you know how in strength there is a lion in the card, and for me animals are also again a part of your gift. So I feel like if you feel like you're really good with animals, that could be also a gift you have as well. Future Hierophant, that also has to do with authority, but not only authority. For me, I feel like the Hierophant is all knowing, and knowledge is also a gift of spiritual awakening as well. Having the gift of knowledge is when you literally can look at someone and you practically know their whole life story. Like you can tell, you can give them details about themselves, and you can look at them and be like, okay, your favorite color is blue. You have a horse as a pet, and in your childhood you had a dog that was very close to you, which can also be a form of psychic ability too, just with that intuition. So those, I feel like, are your main gifts that you could very much excel in for sure. Now, let me try to get to someone. Like I said, I'm going to try to get to as many of you as I possibly can. Okay, so just bear with me. Let me know also if it makes sense to you as far as the gifts that I am letting you know that I feel like you could have. Okay, guys? I'm going to take a sip of my water. Mm. Like I said, I've been sick for over a week at this point, and it is ridiculous. Okay, so let's see anybody who I may have missed over here. Let's see. Okay, so Kristen Louise Tarot, Two of Wands. Past is the Two of Wands, present, Eight of Cups, future strength. Okay, again, you have the strength too. So, again, the strength or future reference is having the gift of authority. So, the Eight of Cups also sense with strength too, leading into that, because the Eight of Cups is you walking away from anything that you don't feel strong, or walking away from any negative concepts you may have about yourself. That's probably what you're going through at the present time right now, finding some sort of happiness and joy walking into the sun, because in the Eight of Cups, again, they're leaving kind of like the darkness, walking into the sun, which is freedom and joy. And again, future strength, having the ability of authority and protection, as well as maybe even having the authority of animal communication as well. In your past, the Two of Wands, I feel like with the Two of Wands, you could have been very much back and forth, because sometimes the Two of Wands does have the gift of kind of like a past life energy for me. Because again, in the Two of Wands, they're holding on to one wand, but then looking out into the future, right? As in some of the cards do. Not every single one of them, but sometimes they do hold on to one wand, being the one in the back, and then looking in the future. So sometimes the Two of Wands does kind of represents past lives for me, because it's still kind of like you're holding on to a past life or a past situation and moving on to the next life, if that makes sense. So if you have ever had visions of like a past life, which I'm sure you probably have, that would be a good thing for you as far as the past, because it's also, again, leading you into the future with strength, being that authority and having like very much protection over not only your present life, but your future lives as well, if that makes sense. Am I making sense at all to any of you guys? Please let me know if you need me to kind of like go more in detail. Also, if you guys have any questions about any spiritual gift, please let me know. I would be happy to go more in depth about, each gift. Again, there's also a lot of gifts that I haven't touched up on. There's also the gift of astral projection. Excuse me, I have to cough. Mhm. Yes, I am. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that I'm not like jibber jabbering on, because I have a tendency of doing that. Mm. Okay, makes total sense. Good, I'm glad. But yeah, again, there's so many spiritual gifts out there. Again, astral projection could be one of them as well. Having the gift of dreams, prophetic dreams, having the gift of being able to interpret those dreams. There's just so many gifts that are out there. And I'm pretty sure there's even gifts that we haven't even realized or come across on yet. Okay. Which I would be so eager to see all of the new gifts that may come out within the next few years, especially after this whole like Saturn and Aquarius thing, which I am a Saturn and Aquarius, by the way. So I am going through my like awakening period. It's my Saturn return. So I like after this period, I'm pretty sure there's going to be even more gifts brought to surface that we haven't realized or have known about in the past. All right, so let's see if I can find anybody else's to help interpret. Okay, so oh, my voice. Nancy Cozier, you said past Ace of Swords, present Two of Cups, future the Hermit. Okay, that is very good. So in your past, oh, forgive me, guys. Ace of Swords for me is all about, again, knowledge, because the swords bring about knowledge and it also brings about the intellectual aspect of yourself. Okay. So, again, you could excel. What you have already excelled in is in the gift of knowledge, okay, or the gift of knowing. So, again, Nancy, I don't know if you've ever looked at someone and just knew their whole life story without even realizing that you did. And that could also help you really get to know someone or really be very open to someone's energy and not be, I don't want to say judgmental, but not be like so like, oh, like, I don't want to be next to that person because I already know this, and that. No, it helps them be more open to it because you're like, oh, like I know this whole like this person's whole life story. I have this knowledge about them. Now, how can I go about helping them or becoming friends with them, if that makes sense? So I don't know if you have that gift as well, Nancy, or if you ever felt like you've had that gift, because again, Ace of Swords to me is about knowledge. Present the Two of Cups, again, that has a lot to do with knowledge because it helps you bring about new friendships. It helps you bring about new, again, just having this connecting energy with people because you do know stuff about them or you feel like you know stuff about them. And the Hermit also makes sense as well because the Hermit is all about enlightenment. Oh, forgive me, guys. I know that's annoying. But the Hermit is all about enlightenment as well. So I feel like you do excel in the gift of knowledge and the gift in coming together with people because you have that gift. You are able to see them as more as just how they present themselves, or you're also able to see the good in people as well. So again, if you feel like you are good in that area, it's because those are the energies that I see going on with you. I have sense in what is going on at the time for some people. Yeah, exactly. Because again, you have that gift of knowledge and you have that gift of, when it comes to knowledge, like I said, having the gift of empathy really, really helps because the Two of Cups is, again, connecting with people. But again, because you kind of already know what's going on. So you have that like ability of like wanting to help them even further, if that makes sense. So those are some very interesting cards for you. As you can see, sometimes the three cards really go hand in hand, do they not? Like they tell like some sort of storyline to help you further understand what is going on with you. Thank you guys for wishing me well on my sickness. Yes, Jen's Balance Tarot. That's what I said earlier. I'm like, no, the show must go on. This is the first job because I do this full time. This is the first job that I've ever had to where I refuse to call in sick. No, I'm not going to let sickness come in my way. I'm not going to let sickness like stop me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's also a form of authority as well because you speak over what is going on and you're like, nope, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm speechless. Good, Nancy. I'm glad that resonated with you very, very much. All right, so let's see who is next. If you guys want, you could also keep posting what three cards that you had, because like I said, I want to be trying to do this throughout the whole live. Just so, again, I really want you guys to focus on what you feel you do best as far as your gifts go. Like I love helping people, and I love helping people figuring out like what they're good at in life. And for me, this is what I do best. You cough all you want and sip on your beverage. Thank you, Mitchell. All right, let's see. Let's see. Who is next? All right, let me try to get to. Okay, so Gypsy Heart Tarot says, past the world, present Eight of Wands, future Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, Lord. One thing I noticed right away, Gypsy, the world. The world does symbolize for me, I feel like you have the gift of astral projection as well, because the world does symbolizes some sort of travel. And when I hear the word travel, hello, astral travel is the first thing that comes to mind, right? So astral traveling, being able to leave one concept to the next, also about completion too. Astral travel to me can also be a form of past life regression, because sometimes you don't know if you're traveling to a past life or if you're traveling to even a future life. So for me, that makes perfect sense. And you said present Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands for me is about protection and authority, because the Eight of Wands is going towards something, even though you don't really know what you're going towards, but you have this like capability within you that everything is going to be okay. But with that comes protection and authority. Okay, can also be about manifestation too. I feel like you're good at manifesting, also with the Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands leading into the Ace of Pentacles. You have the gift of manifestation as well, because it's also about manifesting what you need in this earthly realm for growth and for potential. Okay, so I feel like those are your three gifts that you could excel best at. Again, astral travel, again, being with past life work, manifestation, protection, and authority. And then again, with the Ace of Pentacles, manifestation. That makes perfect sense. That's so true. Good. I am glad. And again, guys, if you have any questions about specific, if you have any questions about, the spiritual gifts that you need me to like be more attentive on, please let me know, okay? Oh, you guys are so awesome. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, Lord, that's very interesting. Good, I'm glad. Okay, so ooh, Scott Harrison says past the moon, current Nine of Pentacles, future Six of Swords. The moon for me is all about gathering your intuition, okay? Being in the dark, knowing that you're in the dark, but trusting your intuition to guide you through the way. Scott Harrison, I feel like that is your past gift. Your current gift, Nine of Pentacles, being manifestation and success, being able to manifest anything that you so desire, because you know you're going to a better place. The future is the Six of Swords. Again, kind of having to do with transformation, also leaning into your intuition. So I feel like what you excel best at is intuition as well as manifestation, Scott Harrison. That is awesome. I love that. Divination, Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, and Seven of Cups. Very interesting, D. Because again, the Eight of Wands is all about protection and authority. And when you look at the Ten of Swords, it's kind of scary, right? Because you have all these swords coming at you. So that makes perfect sense, because I feel like you already excel at protection and authority. And what you're currently going through is being able to excel of ridding any negative energy. Could also be a form of casting out negative energy, or as people like to call it, casting out like any demonic energy as well, being with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups can also be a little bit hazy at times, because we're trying to make choices, right? But with these choices, you have to choose of what you want to leave behind and what you want to move forward with, okay? So D, what I'm sensing for you, like I said, you are very, very good at protection and authority, as well as casting out any negative energy that may be you or around other people as well. And I also feel like you can sense negative energy within other people too, or you could sense hurt, you can sense pain. And because of that, you're also able to transform them and heal them, if that makes sense. So healing, again, could be another good one for you as well, or divination. Oh my gosh, you guys, my voice, I feel like I sound so funny, because again, this is not at all what I sound like. Oh my goodness. You just told a Scorpio he needs to transform and lean into his intuition feelings. Water Scorpio, so spot on. Love this energy and knowledge. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. That is so awesome. So as you can see, like I said, the more that you lean into it, the more that you're able to see like, okay, like this makes sense, right? It's making sense. Let's get to, we still got 30 minutes, you guys. I can still go through a whole lot of you. Trust me, I do this on the daily. I do this on the daily. Elizabeth knows, my moderator. She knows that on a typical day, on a typical day, I do 20 plus readings. You guys, 20 plus readings on a typical day. That's when it's really busy. Makes perfect sense. Good. Ooh, Stellar Rain Dancer. Okay, the Empress, Queen of Cups, Six of Skins. Okay, so I definitely feel like in your past, the Empress is really good. I want to use the word muse, okay, because the Empress does give that nurturing energy, but she can also help other people with either advice or comfort. Again, she can also be someone's muse. So if someone has ever told you, you are my muse, that is why, because in your past energy, something you have already excelled at is helping other people and giving them that courage to do what they need to do. Queen of Cups. Oh, Lord. Queen of Cups, I feel like, is a very strong empath as well, okay? Cups. Six of Skins. Oh, Lord. Sorry, I have unstable connection. Forgive me if we are a little bit rocky. Six of Skins. Again, the number six for me is all about transformation. So I feel like you have the ability to help transform people. You have the ability to help heal people in many, many ways. Again, more so with emotion. Okay. I definitely feel like, again, the Empress nurturing, loving energy, but also being someone's muse. Okay. And as well as the Queen of Cups, you have the gift of empathy, and the Six of Skins, you have the gift to help transform people into leading to who they're actually supposed to be, if that makes sense. Stellar Rain Dancer. She's actually going to be up next, you guys. And I know that Miss Elizabeth, thank you, my mod, she's posting the link to her video, which is going to be up next to her live. All right, let's see. Who else? Who else? Let's go, you guys. Anna, the Moon, Three of Swords, the Wheel. So the Moon, again, leaning into your intuition. You definitely have the gift of intuition, trusting your intuition. Three of Swords is, for me, having to do about healing as well. You're able to help heal people go through heartbreak. You're able to help heal people see who they're supposed to be. It can also be about you're able to help heal people and help them, lead them into self-love energy as well, because the Three of Swords can all lean into that energy if you see it in a different light or in a different aspect. The Wheel of Fortune, again, also being manifestation. So I feel like those are your three main gifts. Again, intuition being your past, Three of Swords, current energy healing, the Wheel of Fortune, your future is manifestation. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Forgive me, you guys. Forgive me. My pleasure, Stellar Rain Dancer. All right, let's see. Okay. Hermit, Strength, and Empress. So again, Hermit, I feel like is about gaining enlightenment, and with that enlightenment, the power of knowledge, okay? So the power of knowledge is, again, looking at someone, knowing their whole life story, but being able to help them because you know their whole life story, the strength, having that protection and having that energy of authority as well. But could also have the energy of animal, having to do with like anything with animal, whether it be healing animals, be being able, like an animal whisperer, I feel like is very great as well. And the Empress, again, either being someone's muse or having that nurturing, loving energy is what I see for there. Miss Monica. Jonathan Daly, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, and Justice. Okay, your past energy is the Three of Cups, which is a very fun energy to have, actually, because what is the Three of Cups? The Three of Cups literally represents having fun. So I feel like, Jonathan, you have the spiritual gift of literally when you step into the room, it's like you are the life of the party and you bring life to everywhere you step into. Like, people can sense your energy, having that good and fun energy, and you lift people up in that sense, that nature, okay? But it's also about community as well. You're able to bring a whole bunch of people together and really help them see what they have in common. I know I got that a lot too, with my groups of friends, like whenever I would move, because in my past, I would move a lot. Like I moved to different schools growing up, and every time I moved, my group of friends would just like break up. But the reason why is because I was the one holding them all together. Okay, so I feel like you definitely have that sense of doing that, Jonathan. Six of Wands, victory and success, transformation, and it'll also be a part of manifestation as well. And justice is bringing about fairness, bringing about this authority of balance as well. So I feel like those are the three main gifts that you'll excel in, Jonathan, or will excel in the future. I know, right, Elizabeth? 111. All right, let's see. Let's see. Like I said, guys, just continue to post your three cards and I will help interpret them for you. Okay, Mitchell. Four of Swords is the past, current is the Empress, and future is the Strength. Wow, I feel like a lot of you guys have similar cards. Excuse me. Not gonna let this stop us, you guys. Not gonna let it stop us. Not today, Satan. Okay, Mitchell, Four of Swords. Four of Swords in your past, I feel like you have overcome a lot mentally wise. And I feel like you have gained this capacity of just feeling very confidence within yourself. Okay. Yes, I know that, Mitchell. And that is why you got strength. Okay. That is why you got strength. You are an animal communicator. So you see, it makes sense. It makes, thank you. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. It makes sense as you got the strength card because you are an animal communicator. So that is perfect. And like I said, the Four of Swords is I feel like you have overcome a lot of mental capacity and you have overcome this energy of just being at peace. And because of that, you have the power of healing as well. Your current is the Empress, again, being somebody's muse or having that nurturing and loving, caring energy. And leading up to your future endeavor, which is strength. But you kind of already are leaning into that, right? Strength again also has to do with protection and authority, having that authority in that realm. That way again you can overcome anything that you need to overcome. Obstacles and delays will be like nothing once you reach that. And again, that animal communicator, this is so perfect for you, is what I feel. Your birth card is the Empress too. I love that. I love that. Oh good, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Amber. Again, even with my ridiculousness going on here. Oh, Jen, let's see. King of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Two of Cups. You know, Jen, I am very surprised that you didn't pick justice for yourself. I'm very surprised. But the King of Pentacles kind of like goes along with that. So the King of Pentacles, again, manifestation. Anytime I see Pentacles, I'm like, oh, manifestation. Especially if it's like a court, like a king, a knight, a queen, anything like that. I'm like, you have the power to manifest. So the King of Pentacles being your past. I feel like in your past, if you're really good with things of the earthly realm, which you are, that's because I feel like you're also very good with managing your money system. You're very good with keeping up that energy of just being like, okay, I'm going to be on a budget. I'm not going to overwork myself. And this is what I'm going to do. You have that power of structure. Also, kings are very good with structure and in command as well. So I feel like you're very good in that sense. The Six of Cups is all about past energy. So currently, Jen, if you are not currently working on any past life energy, I feel like you should. Because again, the Six of Cups for me is all about your past energy, past memories, not only within this life, but in your last lives as well. So I definitely feel like if you have not focused on past life energy, you definitely should maybe start looking into that because you may get a lot of answers with your past lives. Your future is the Two of Cups. Okay, the Two of Cups again is about the Two of Cups also does represent some sort of empathy for others as well. So if you feel like you're an empath in the future, if you feel like your emotions are heightened, it is for a reason because you have that connecting energy with others as well. Coming together like as one basically is what the Two of Cups tells me, is what two people come together as one because they have this like energy of just like their emotions come together as well. So that can also make sense too, Jen, is that you're going to easily feel other people's gifts and you're going to find a lot of people who have the same gifts as you, if that makes sense, in your future endeavor. So again, I definitely recommend you work through maybe some past life energy if you haven't already, Jen, with that Six of Cups energy. That is so awesome. Does the deck we use affect how we read it? The deck I'm using doesn't have the usual imagery as RWS. So does the reading match by cards? Kristen, that is up to you, honestly. Like I said, most of my decks I have are to you and your preference of what you decide to do with that, if that makes sense. So no, I don't think it affects it so much. For me, I am an intuitive reader, just so you guys know. I am an intuitive reader. I don't really like I do go based off the book every now and then, but for the most part, I like to lean on my intuition on what answers I need to give or the reading in itself as well. So again, it just depends on your preference. It depends on if you read by the book or if you're an intuitive reader, if that makes sense. But for me, like I said, I do prefer to be more intuitive rather than anything else. All right, let's see. Oh, we still got a good 19 minutes. I can get to way more people. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, B, the infinity. It says Temperance, Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Temperance is a really good one, B, because temperance for me is being able to step into the spiritual realm as well as the earthly realm whenever we so choose. So I feel like you can decide when like you have the capability to be in the spiritual realm and then come out of that, step back into the earthly realm as best as you need to, because again it brings about that like both energies coming together, because in the temperance she's pouring water into like the stream and then pouring water into the cup, right, in most of them. So for me, that's two different aspects, but it's also bringing about peace and balance, okay? The Queen of Swords is all about intellect and it's all about knowledge, okay? So definitely the gift of knowledge, and Eight of Pentacles also being the gift of manifestation as well. Wow, I feel like like a lot of us in the chat have similar gifts. I mean, there are a few that are very different. There are a few that are very different, but I feel like a lot of us have somewhat of the similar gifts, if that makes sense. I do want to try to see if I can find any different here. A lot of us definitely have the gift of manifestation, as well as empathy, as well as protection and authority. And again, if you guys need me to go more in depth about each one, please let me know. Hi, Caddy. How are you? All right, let's see. Let's see if I can touch up on maybe different ones. Has anybody pulled the Hangman? Maybe? Or maybe the Chariot as well? Five of Pentacles in future, Janet. That's a good one. So the Five of Pentacles in future does have to deal with loss, okay? So for me, that reminds me of mediumship qualities, dealing with loss. So that could be your future endeavor, Janet, is mediumship, having to deal with loss and hardship, but helping people get through that, if that makes sense. That's a good question. Ooh. Forgive me, you guys. Okay. Essence 819 is the Hangman, Page of Coins, and Ace of Wands. So the Hangman for me is having the gift of, because the Hangman, as you can see, is hung upside down in a different reality, a different form, but also it's a very dark image, which reminds me of like the night setting. I love that interpretation. Good. So I definitely feel like the Hangman brings about gifted dreams, but also the gift of prophetic dreams as well, because there's a light around. Okay, so let me show you how I break this down with the Hangman. Again, the Hangman is usually a very dark setting, but there's a light around his head, and the head brings about, this is where your dreams come from, right? So I definitely feel like, again, the gift of dreams, prophetic dreams is a good one for you. Um, Essence 818, the hangman, but also being able to see what others do not see. Okay. And that can go in many, many different ways, whether it be mediumship, whether it be psychic abilities. I mean, the hangman for me can honestly be a little bit of everything, which is why I kind of wanted to bring it up. The hangman can, for me, can be a little bit of everything because it honestly is a different perspective about what other people see. So again, I feel like that is a good one for you. The page of coins is bringing about new energy, so I feel like that also has to do, again, coins have to do with manifestation, but new manifestation. So if you ever needed to manifest something new for yourself, currently that is what you should be working on. But also, pages is also a new stage. So it's about learning how to do that for yourself. The Ace of Wands being the future endeavor. The Ace of Wands, again, is all about having that fire energy, new beginnings. So for you, like I said, it's all about new perspectives. I think Essence 818 is the gift that you have. And again, like I said, the hangman for me can be a little bit of everything because it's literally bringing out new perspective as what other people see. You see different things, basically. So because of that, you're able to interpret things a little bit differently than everybody else, if that makes sense. Ooh, okay. So Justice, the Magician, and Seven of Wands says Powell's Tarot Tent. So Justice, again, bringing about equality, bringing about fairness, bringing about that balance, energy, but also having authority as well. Okay. The Magician. Oh my God. The Magician is literally manifesting anything that you need, but also having the gift of knowledge because the Magician, when we manifest with every single tool, oh my gosh, I cannot speak, it's because we know things about that, if that makes sense. So I feel like the Magician is a little bit of both. It has to do with, again, manifestation as well as knowledge. And the Seven of Wands, protection, energy, and authority. Wow, that makes a lot of sense, right? Okay. Let me know if you guys want me to continue doing this or if you guys want me to speak more about each spiritual gift. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you guys. We have about 13 minutes. So if you guys want me to continue helping you out on figuring out your gifts, we can definitely do that. Or like I said, we can bring up questions about each spiritual gift, getting more in detail about that if you'd like. Let me know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you want to do. Okay? I'm going to leave it up to you guys on what you want me to do the last 13 minutes. Oh, you want me to do Stephanie Barrows? Okay, Stephanie Barrows, Two of Cups, present, Three of Wands. Oh, wait, no, past Two of Cups, present, Three of Wands, future King of Pentacles. Okay, so the past Two of Cups, again, having that empathy of connecting with others. So I feel like empath is a good one for you, Stephanie. That's what you excel in from past energy, something that you have already succeeded. Empathy for others. The present energy is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is all about getting things coming to us, like, but at the same time, having the faith and having that trust that whatever information we need is already on its way. So I feel like you right now, the present energy is really just trust and faith that whatever you need is coming towards you, okay? The future is the King of Pentacles. Again, because you're trusting where you're at right now, your future endeavor is manifestation, okay? So that makes sense. So empathy, just trust and faith that anything that you need is already coming towards you. Can also be a part of law of attraction as well, Stephanie. So if you're not currently focusing on law of attraction, you really should, because law of attraction and the Three of Wands makes perfect sense because it's like, I have this, I have this, I have that. I may not have it right now, but I know it's coming towards me, if that makes sense. And then again, leading up to the King of Pentacles, which is about having that authority of the manifestation. Spiritual gifts. Okay, perfect. Now, what questions do you guys have about I guess I could say, which one do you guys want me to speak more about, if that makes sense? Spiritual gifts. Let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed that part of it, though. Like I said, I just really wanted to help you guys figure out what you excel at best as I could throughout the chat. My pleasure, Stephanie. My pleasure. And again, I hope it all made sense to you guys as what I said going further. So let me know, spiritual gifts, again, what topic you guys want me to focus on most. What about asking for signs? Okay, signs is something, again, that I really do enjoy because signs can come in form of many different ways. So for me, I guess I'll just tell you guys a story of how I started and my gifts and how I knew the signs, if that makes sense. So when I first started in my journey, again, this was 10 plus years ago. Before, I mean, I kind of always knew I was a psychic medium, but I never paid attention to it until I was ready. And once I was ready, I started receiving so many signs that were just very different. But also, when you ask for signs, I recommend you being very specific in the signs that you are wanting. For example, when you ask, be like, okay, I want to be a psychic. All right. I want to be a psychic, but I want to have signs that I am a psychic. So, Spirit, can you give me signs that I am a psychic? But give me signs through billboards. Billboards is actually something a lot of people, I feel like, neglect because they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay. So, I feel like billboards is a good thing. Again, be very specific in the way you want signs. So, again, if you're a person who spends a lot of time outside driving, if you spend a lot of time traveling, this would be a good way as well. Signs through billboards. So I remember asking Spirit, being like, okay, give me a sign that this is something that I need to pursue, right? And Spirit was like, okay. The first sign that I came across literally said yes. That's all it said. It said yes. I saw it on, where did I see? I think I saw it on the back of a truck or something like that. And when I saw that, I was like, Spirit, literally, is that you telling me yes for me to just like do it? Or yes, have this gift? Like what? You know? And so I was just kind of like sitting there, like, okay, like, I guess I'm just going to keep, driving by or whatever. And then oddly enough, I remember because again, at this time, I was a little bit more like into the Bible and things of that nature. And I remember again on the back of another like vehicle, I think it was, they had a like a scripture or something like on that on the back, they had a scripture. So when I looked up that scripture, it talked about the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And I was just like, wow, like, okay, I guess this is something that I need to like look further into. So like I said, when it comes to signs, just be very specific of what kind of signs that you want, because that's what you're going to pay most attention to, if that makes sense. All right, guys. So again, just for the last 8 minutes, I'll go ahead and talk about each spiritual gift more in depth for you guys. Um, that way, like I said, we could just talk about that. So I feel like one gift a lot of people are very curious about is astral projection, because I get a lot of questions about that too. When people do ask me about their spiritual gifts, they ask me about what is astral projection, or like how do you know that you've even done it, if that makes sense. Um, in my very first experience with astral projection, it was while I was like in a sleep state of form. And while I was in this sleep state of form, at this point, I already knew I had the gift of prophetic dreams. So it just enhanced even more. It's very hard to explain of how you do it or how it feels. It literally just feels like you're in another realm, or you're in another universe, basically, is how it feels like. And again, it's also the gift of knowledge too when it comes to astral travel, because you just know, with every fiber in your being that this is what you are doing. There's no question about it. There's no like, oh, but what if this is that? Or what if, like, no, you just know. And again, when I was doing this, I knew. Okay. So again, it has to do, I feel like every gift kind of like comes together at one, if that makes sense. It kind of like comes together, like, they all link. Okay. Oh, you have the next link. Yes, I could definitely do that. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. 6 minutes. So again, like I said, astral travel is you're in another universe, you're in another world, you're literally in the spirit world. You're either seeing things or you're feeling things or you're having some type of vision of like either some type of message that you need for your current situation. Now let's talk about gift of prophetic dreams. The gift of prophetic dreams is having dreams, feeling like there was some sort of message within them, and knowing again that this is something that um, you need to write down. This is something that you need to keep, and this is something that you know is going to happen. Okay, so I definitely feel like I definitely feel like if you guys have that gift of prophetic dreams, to keep a journal with you, that way like a couple weeks later when these dreams come to pass, you know exactly, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, if that makes sense. Oh, my pleasure, you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. I will try to do like another segment on this if you guys want, like at a later time. I will try to do another segment to where I go more in depth about, each gift. But like I said, I just, during this segment, I really wanted to help you guys figure out, what you guys excel at best. And again, I'm sorry, I know I couldn't get to everybody, during this time, as only had an hour. My live streams can tend to go on for like 3+ hours with all the readings that I do. Um, so again, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And again, thank you so much to Jen. Thank you so much to Simon. And again, I do want to give a special shout out to Becca as well, for recommending me for this. This is my first one, so I'm glad that you guys bear with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Who is next is Stella Rain Dancer. Again, I'll just keep posting the link for you guys. And I know that Miss Elizabeth, my mod, has been posting it throughout the live as well. That is her link if you guys want to go check her out. She's going to be the next one up. And I just want to say thank you again to everybody else who has participated. Thank you for bearing with me with my sickness. And thank you for all the well wishes. I appreciate you guys. I guess we'll just close out by reading throughout the rest of the comments. Oh, let's see. Oh, thank you, Essence818. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome and amazing. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I was like, nope, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to power through. I'm going to get through it, and so be it. So like I said, if I was all over the place, forgive me. This is not my normal sense. This is not my normal state. I'm usually a lot more hyped up as well. Like I'm usually a lot more fun, if that makes sense. So again, guys, like I said, I do typically do lives about 3 to 4 times a week. I do live tarot readings. So if you guys are interested, please feel free. If you guys want to find out more about your spiritual journey as well, your spiritual gifts, please be sure to message me. You can find me on Instagram as well, the tarot_magician. If you need help finding your spiritual gifts, like I said, please feel free to shoot me a message after this. Just let me know that you are a part of my tarot-thon and you want me to help you, figure out what your gifts are as well, or what you excel at. Oh, thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. And I would definitely gladly help you guys on that. All right, guys. I guess we'll just say our last goodbyes for the last 2 minutes. Thank you, Elizabeth, Ocean, Allison, my moderators. You guys are amazing. I appreciate your help. You guys are so awesome. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, when I thought about this topic, I usually thought about like, okay, what do my clients normally ask me, or what is one of my biggest questions that I get? And I guess I'll have that be kind of like the topic. And I'm more of a person where I can like help you rather than tell you, if that makes sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do just what I do best. And this is how we're going to roll. All right, guys. So like I said, go check out Stella Rain Dancer. She is going to be up next. I appreciate you guys. Yes, I will definitely do another live, Allison, like this. I could maybe do like a part 2. That way I can get to more people, if that makes sense. All right, guys. So last goodbyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Again, I'm so sorry. So sorry for all this. But thank you for all the well wishes. And like I said, we'll see you guys next time, all right? Bye-bye.